what's with the getup?
Oh, I'm dressed like a sailor.
Hey, I bought that at a garage sale, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the type of sailor we're talking about here. But you do look pretty black.
So, Black Sea, huh? It follows an unemployed submariner played by Jude Law who has just about had it with the white-collar leaders of today. The very same who have hired him to go on an expedition into the Black Sea and find buried treasure.
Alright.
In other words, Black Sea invites you to follow Sir Jude, as in Sir Jude Law, aboard a grand submarine with his crew of bumbling seamen on their quest to find not sea gold.
Not sea gold?
It is sea gold, but it's also not sea gold. Like that. So what did you think about this movie, Adam?
Well, for a movie about submarines, this was pretty subpar. No, overall, it's not a bad movie by any means. It just fits comfortably into that solid and technically sound, but ultimately unspectacular subgroup of movies that we have too many of. What do you think, you stupid cunt?
No, I'd agree wholeheartedly with that first statement about it being subpar. You know, on paper, a submarine heist film should be a lot more fun than this. I mean, that's not to say it wasn't exciting at any given point. It just seemed as if the film wasn't taking advantage of such a cool premise.
You know, I think that kind of gets to the heart of why I didn't really love this movie. The setup kind of screams excitement and adventure, like in an almost classical sense, but we only really get brief segments where it really gets particularly exciting or fun. A couple of sequences are impressively detailed and atmospheric and seem almost like an underwater version of Gravity, in a way. But those scenes are too far and few and far in between. And they're kind of surrounded by a mostly arid movie that just kind of treads water.
That and its characters' actions are incredibly inconsistent throughout the film. You could say that this is a result of the amount of money that they're going after and how it's made them crazy, but that's also not really the case. Like Ben Mendelsohn's character, for example, starts off a total psycho, but then once the money comes into play, all of a sudden he's this upstanding citizen or seaman, and then he isn't. I mean, Jude Law, too. I mean, well, what is up with that?
You know, I'd agree that sometimes character inconsistency isn't the worst thing. Like in Fight Club, for example, it kind of works to convey the character's hypocrisy. However, this movie doesn't really do it deliberately like that. It just kind of seems to change Ben Mendelsohn's character's attitude towards violence as the plot sees fit, kind of as it works conveniently.
Convenience, yes. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it. There's also a lot of stuff going on with Jude Law's character that I thought seemed very hackneyed and overplayed.
Hackneyed?
Like, about how he lost his wife and kid because he was too into his job and not his family. It's like, oy vey, again?
More like acne. Yeah, fleshing a thinly written character out with some family baggage is one of my least favorite movie cliches, I think. A whole lot of movies do it. But let's say a few good things about this movie, too. Like I said, a few sequences are very cool. When action does break out, be it in the form of an unexpected explosion or a group of people trekking along the sea floor. It's done with solid energy and cinematography. I almost can't complain about any of the performances, especially Jake Law's. Right, Jude Law's.
You and names. Yeah, I, again, agree with you 100% right there. A lot of tensely shot action sequences and moments that really give you a sense of the claustrophobic feelings that come with being in a submarine. There I'll give director Kevin Macdonald some major props. The cinematography is also really nice in parts. I don't really know what specifically to say about it other than that looks cool, but hey, that's Black Sea for you. I mean, what do you give it overall?
Well, overall, although I'd rather see another movie on opening night, Black Sea is technically strong and does a few things very right, so I'd give it 2.5 stars out of 5. How about you?
2.5 star. Okay. Well, unlike you, I don't feel like seeing through this film's flaws. I thought it was too okay to recommend paying to see it in a theater, and so I'm going to give it 2.5 out of 5 stars!
That's the same rating.
Yeah? You want to fight about it?
What?
Suck your tits a little, maybe?